So today I'm going to be going over a little bit about the secret to color magic. Basically everything that you already know about color theory and doing a deep dive to make it a little bit more interesting and maybe some stuff you didn't realize about it. So first things first, understanding basic color theory. Gotta start off with our primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. These are super special because no two colors can be mixed to create a primary color, and all other colors found on the color wheel are created by mixing the primary colors together. And if you mix all three of them, you get a neutral tone. Next are our secondary colors. These are created by mixing two primary colors together in equal parts. We've got orange, green, and violet. A cool thing to know, I've put little markers inside here kind of breaking down the colors, but we're gonna do a bigger dive into that in a little bit, but just wanted to give you a heads up that these are things we're gonna talk about. Next we have our tertiary colors. Yellow-green, yellow-orange, red-orange, red-violet, blue-green, and blue-violet. These are created by combining equal parts of a secondary color and a primary color together. Okay, so now we're actually going to deconstruct the color wheel. Most of us already know how the color wheel works. All the colors are laid out in a particular order. And also when you go straight across the color wheel, you can find the complementary color for the opposite color. For example, like I just pointed to, we've got red, you go across, green neutralizes red. Also, yellow-orange, blue-violet cancels out yellow-orange, and so forth. We have all of our colors on there, primary, secondary, and tertiary. So now we're going to completely deconstruct that. Over here we have our primary colors, red or blue, red, and yellow. And I have them ordered this way from strongest to lightest. And over here we have a little wheel. This is going to have all of our tones, blue, red, and yellow, that create a neutral tone. Here we've got our secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. Broken down using the code that we used up here. R plus Y equals orange, B plus yellow is green, B plus R is violet. Now, when you go down here, you can see a bit of a breakdown. So we have yellow-orange, yellow-green, red-orange, red-violet, blue-green, blue-violet, and it breaks down all of those colors the same as that. Everything's broken down in this order just because it's easier to follow, but everything gets broken down just the same. Now we're going to go over complementary colors and why. Everyone is on the same page that if you have yellow, you cancel it out with violet. If you have red, you cancel it out with green. And everyone goes, because they're complementary colors. But why? Why is it that those particular colors are their complementary colors? So a complementary color neutralizes its partner color. If you break down the components and ask yourself, why? Using the formulation that I had before, you see, so if we're going to use violet and yellow as an example, violet, B plus R is violet. Yellow, Y for yellow. Put them together, remembering that chart that we had on the previous page that showed that if you have all three, equal parts of all three primary colors, you get a neutral tone. So violet has B and R, blue and red. Yellow is yellow. Put them together, B plus R plus Y, neutral. That's the Y. Apply it again. Red, orange, and blue, green. You've got, for red, orange, R plus Y. Blue, green, B plus Y. So you have, because there's a lot of them, this might get a little confusing. So break it down. B-R-Y, B-R-Y. That's your neutral. So B-R-Y, B-R-Y, B plus R plus Y, neutral. This applies to everything. And you can also use this when you're dealing with formulating for color. When you are with a client and you're trying to figure out what tones to use, what color to use, this is an amazing chart to use for yourself. You can break down any color to see if you want it neutral, to see if you want it to be warmer, cooler, things like that. Once you break it down into these elements, your formulations will be so much easier. Now we're going to go into our levels. We have our levels numbered from 1 to 10, 1 being the darkest, 10 being the lightest. We also have our natural pigments. These are the pigments that live inside the hair. And as you get lighter, they become more and more exposed. And these are ones that live there. They're not due to any artificial coloring. So 1 through 4, I haven't written anything because to the naked eye, that natural pigment is not visible. It can be put there and enhanced using color formulas, but the natural pigment is not visible to the naked eye. So we have our level 5 where we have our red, level 6 as a red-orange, 7 is orange, 8 is yellow-orange, 9 and 10 are both yellow. Over on this side, we have our complementary tones. And again, using the formulations from before, we know that the complementary tones are what we use to help neutralize our natural tones. So moving down the chart, violet cancels out yellow, blue-violet to yellow-orange, blue to orange, blue-green to red-orange, and green to red. I've also sort of colored these a little green, and that's to indicate that if you have a client who has anything from a level 1 to a level 4, and you want to ensure that it's really just ashy, neutral, no pigment, everything's neutralized, no warmth, nothing peeking through, then you can actually add a little bit of green to your formula to cancel that out. But as a general rule, not necessarily. Really the focus is level 5 and above. And using the formulations that we had before with the breakdowns of, we'll just use this one as an example, Y plus R plus Y, we have that here too. So you can kind of go across and see it broken down there as well. You can also use this, like I said, when you're formulating for your clients. If your client wants to be level 7 neutral, that's easy. So 7 neutral, we know, okay, level 7 is orange. That's going to be there no matter what. So if we want to neutralize it, got to use some blue. That way we got that nice neutral tone. And we can go more into the different ways to do that on another date, but this is really, just to get the fundamentals of it, this is really what you need. All right, so we're going to do a quick little recap. Our colors, we've got primary, secondary, and tertiary. These are our colors that, it's basically like our color Bible. We live and breathe these colors. It's how we mix them together to get all of our fun creations. The color wheel. Always tried and true, always good, but it's fun to do some color breakdowns to really get into the why of why these colors complement the others. So using everything that we learned from here, breaking everything down, formulations are going to be so much easier now. Using our levels and underlying pigment, we now understand when we're formulating for our clients what colors are living at those particular levels and what colors we need to use to neutralize them. So I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something, and I hope you now know some of the secrets to color magic. Thanks for watching.